How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another UFC episode, UFC Reborn here in WMMA 5 as it's UFC Fight Night Chandler versus Turner. This is our first fight in our UFC Super Lightweight Championship Grand Prix. You can see there we've got our 8 fighters in the tournament setup. Michael Chandler versus Jalin Turner, Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje, Beneil Dariush versus Leon Edwards, and Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. Those are our 8 fighters who are going to make up the first tournament here for the Super Lightweight Championship. It is sure to give us quite a few barn burners. All starts today with our first one, Chandler and Turner. You can see the rest of the fights there. It is sure to be a good one. It's all leading up to UFC 302, Prochazka versus Lewis. I'm almost tempted to make this a fight card, but we're gonna rock with it as a pay-per-view. Oh well, it's in Prochazka's home country anyways. We also got UFC 303 O'Malley versus Sandhagen, 3 title fights on that one, and then UFC 304 Jones versus Spivak, 4 title fights on that pay-per-view card. That is going to be a good one. Appreciate you guys for watching, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. As always, leave a comment down below, let me know what you're thinking. Be sure to stay tuned because I do have more of that Gamma series coming up as well. I've been really enjoying that. Those are longer videos. That's just me straight up streaming on Twitch, just playing through the game, giving you my thoughts on everything and getting right down to the nitty gritty of it. Let's go and take a look at the rankings since our last fight, which was Bilal Muhammad getting TKO'd in 33 seconds by Shavkat Rakhmonov. Also had Walt Harris beating Chris Barnett and then promptly retiring on that card. Iwan Cutelaba dispatching of Josh Silveira, former PFL heavyweight champion. That did not go well for him. Taking a look at those rankings, though, we do have Tyrell Fortune making his debut from Bellator. He does have a fight booked. At light heavyweight, Cutelaba moves up a little bit. Umar Sy in at number 21. Nothing at middleweight. Welterweight, Shavkat all the way up to number 4. Christian Lee up to number 15. Super lightweight, not much going on until we have an actual fight in the division, but we do have that tournament already going on, so rankings don't really matter too much. At lightweight, Kutateladze in at number 10 after the super lightweight division takes a good deal of the top contenders in the division. Featherweight, nothing going on. Nothing at bantamweights. At flyweight, Makoto Takahashi already up to number 7 in the division. That is crazy. Nothing at featherweight. Bantamweight, Daria Jeleznyakova in at number 8 after her debut win. That goes to show how terrible this bantamweight division is. At flyweight, nothing much going on. Deanna Bennett recently signs Deanna Balbita at number 12. Strawweight, Leveth Young in her debut win all the way up to number 8, and that'll do it. That goes to show you how rough these divisions are, that these ladies are able to get one win and boom, immediately up to the top 10. Once they start getting more wins under their belt, more fights under their belt, the divisions will be a lot more, kind of figured out. But let's get it going. Chandler versus Turner, our first fight in the Super Lightweight Grand Prix, live from Oregon. Let's get it going. Jarno Urans taking on Charles Air Jourdain at 145, and it's Charles getting the win in 4 minutes. He needed that win desperately as well. Moving on, Daniel Marcos taking on Brian Boom Kelleher at bantamweight. Love me some Boom Boom Kelleher, and he gets the TKO win in an excellent fight. Bro really wants some 50K. Norma Dumont, missweight at featherweight, by the way, taking on Pani Kianzad. Oh no, missweight at bantamweight, but she will be moving up to featherweight. Kianzad, former Ultimate Fighter runner-up, and she gets the win over Dumont here today. Spider Girl Maria Oliveira takes on Brogan Walker Sanchez from Guam, and Brogan gets the win. Submission in round number 1. Love to see it. Fatima Klein takes on Isis Verbeek out of the Netherlands, and it's Klein with the triangle victory, improving to 6-0. Making her UFC debut, and it is a good one for Fatima Klein. Lucy Putilova takes on Veronica Hardy in the bantamweight division, and it's Putilova with the rear naked choke with only 9 seconds left to go in round 3 gets the victory here today. Marina Rodriguez takes on Dora Perjas. at 115, and it's Rodriguez with the knockout victory. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first round. She gets it done. Sendayush taking on Gina Fabian in the featherweight division. So division that definitely needs some bodies, definitely needs some progression in it. And it is Gina Fabian giving Sendayush her second loss of her career via TKO. All it took was 45 seconds. Islam Mamedov taking on Manuel Sosa in another prelim here in the lightweight division. And it is Sosa staying undefeated at 13-0, getting rid of Islam Mamedov here today. Abdul Abduraguimov taking on Samandar Muradov at 175 in our new welterweight division. Muradov undefeated at 10-0. Make that 10-1. Loses for the first time via rear naked choke to Abduraguimov. Rustam Karimov taking on Said Nurmagomedov in our first main card fight. Karimov, huge favorite, making his UFC debut against Said Nurmagomedov, 7-2 in the division, coming off a big win over Ricky Simone. And it's Karimov getting a big win in his debut in 94 seconds. TKO win, a big win in his UFC debut. Kat Zingano taking on Marina Maknatkina at 135. I imagine Zingano retires after this fight, in which case I hope Maknatkina wins. And Maknatkina does get the submission victory in round number 2. Zingano does not retire, but Maknatkina does want to fight Irene Aldana next. Hugo Cunha takes on Marcin Tybura at heavyweight, 9-1, taking on 24-8. And it's the silverback, Hugo Cunha, getting the rear naked choke in 2 minutes into the first round. 10-1 his career now. Sean Strickland is having a tough go of it here in this save, taking on Rodolfo Vieira. Remember, this is the guy that almost ended. No, this is not. No, that's Andre Muniz that I'm thinking of. Sean Strickland, of course, former middleweight champion. Wait, former? Yes, former middleweight champion. Rough go of it. Paulo Costa and Rafael Lovato Jr., he's both lost to them. And it keeps on going. Rodolfo Vieira loses or beats Sean Strickland via unanimous decision. Co-main event time. Nico Price, always a very flashy, exciting fighter, taking on Warley Alves at 175. And it's Nico Price with the knockout in round number 3. He's got himself a nice little win streak going on now, does Nico Price. Main event time is it's Iron Michael Chandler taking on Jalin Turner. It is our first round of the super lightweight Grand Prix. Jalin Turner has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of his last 7. On the other side, you got Michael Chandler, who's just recently got knocked out by Conor McGregor, submitted by Dustin Poirier, but he's still very popular. We love Michael Chandler. And he's favored against Jalin Turner. Let's get it going. A spot in the semifinals is at stake as we are underway. Chandler with a nice right hook. Vicious right cross lands. Chandler's knocked down already. Turner pounces. Chandler's able to deal with the punches, but got dropped in less than a minute already. And it looks like Jalen's controlling him on the ground. Stand him up. Jalen's definitely won the first round just by dropping him alone. Turner with a nice right hook. Right hook for Michael Chandler. Left cross lands for Turner. Time on round 1 comes to a close. Round number 2. Engaging in the center here. Right hook lands. And Jalin Turner just drops him in round number 1. That is crazy. Head kick. Uh-oh. Turner was rocked. Trying to cover up. Uh-oh. Oh, that's it. Wait, go back. Go back. I know Michael Chandler won, but I want to see exactly what happened there. So, quick head kick for Chandler lands. Turner's obviously rocked. Covering him up, but looks unsteady. Smashes Turner with a big right hand through the guard. Turner can do nothing but try and cover up. No option but to sleep in and stop the fight. Turner was slumped against the cage and just getting pounded on. They're saying Josh Rosenthal stopped it way too late. So, wow. Michael Chandler with a big win here in our main event here today, advancing to the semifinals of the Super Lightweight Grand Prix. How about that? A lot of respect for Jalin Turner. He says, I'll see you at the top. 1,900 in attendance in Oregon. Commercial rating of 64 is not the greatest. No popularity changes, though, since it's a throwaway fight. I know we had a excellent fight on the prelims. We did. Brian Boom Boom Kelleher getting it done. Let's give Karamov a nice little performance bonus in his debut. And then Gina Fabian, 45 seconds. You gotta love it. Give the young lady her due as well. And by her due, I mean 50K. Michael Chandler just made this an unprofitable show. He got 620,000. Wow. Okay. So that's going to be the end of that. We have one more fight card before we get to our very crappy pay-per-view, but stay tuned, you guys, because you never know what can happen. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.